Alrighty, we're live. What's going on, everyone? It looks like the PlayStation is working today. It wasn't working when I tried streaming the Dolphins off-season about 3 weeks ago. But it looks like the PlayStation is working and we're not going to have any technical issues. Holy smokes! That's incredible. No technical issues starting on time? This can't be an Octogonal stream. Maybe it can be. I don't know. Maybe. So obviously we are doing the draft today. Pretty much all users have almost every first round pick, it seems like. So just gotta make sure this all works. Gotta make sure I can hear myself. Have almost every first round pick, it seems like. Okay, I can hear myself good. What's good, Roberto and Nick? What's good, friends? Alright, so just gotta put this in Discord and then we are set to begin. Alrighty, so if you all don't know, this is my lovely team. We have some holes which will be addressed during the draft, of course. We have plenty of picks. And a lot of the other users have plenty of picks as well. Alright, we got 4 people on the stream so far. That's pretty good. For, what, 2 minutes? Alright, so, without further ado, it looks like we can begin, and the Arizona Cardinals, led by Coach Nick, are on the clock. Well, they've been on the clock since yesterday. They got the pick. Alright, let's check the chat if anything's happened within the last 2 minutes. Now I get to actually look at the chat the whole time, because I just put everything in Discord. We're set. What's good, AP? Your idea to make the CPU stupid and everyone stole it? It wasn't your idea. It's just Madden being Madden. Technically, I thought of it because I traded for like 5 first-round picks at the beginning of the year. I didn't make too many trades for picks during the off-season. But here's a look at free agency. Wait until 6:05. That's a good idea. But Nick, since you do have a first pick, you can start thinking about who you want. You've had the whole day to think about who you want, but it's not an easy choice. Alright, then RMP is the next 2 picks, then Nick is back on the clock, and then I got the next 4. If anyone wants to know, Nick is going in unprepared. Good for you. Well, hopefully you check the scouting. It's a black lab and its name is Sal. I'm confused, but I guess you got a new dog. If that's the case, good for you. Oh yeah, your dad... Okay, cool. Good stuff. Alright, 6:04, 1 minute left to go. We can, I guess, click on start. Alright, so look at that. Cardinals, Panthers, Panthers, Cardinals, Saints, Saints, Saints. And then we have the next pick after that. What's good, Brandon? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the game is a little bit easy. But that's why barely any of these players are scouted. We got to make it hard for me and the other people drafting tonight. I have a feeling who I think Nick is going to go with. I have a feeling. But I could be wrong. And then pick 4, I have no clue. I only got 1 draft board sent in from Zach, so for the people who don't show up, we'll have to send their picks. AP knows who he wants. I somewhat know who I want. You can start thinking now. It is 6:05, so I guess we are underway now. Gotta take Drew Lock, the future Bronco. Could be a future Bronco. Could be. Alright, so if you guys remember during the fantasy draft, sometimes there was a glitch where I had to restart the stream after I drafted a player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the player who's going to be drafted #1 on the draft board, and then I'll simulate the pick, and that's who is going to get drafted, so we won't have to worry about that. The only problem is we will not know the dev trait until after the draft, but that makes it a little bit more interesting. We don't want it too easy here. I could cheese this team, but I don't want to make it too easy. So, Nick, you are on the clock. You can make your selection when you are ready. How high is Drew Lock? #4? #3. I guess I passed him because I saw Daniel Jones and I didn't remember seeing Drew Lock, but I did. Very interesting quarterback class. You might take a random player. So we're going to do this, and then whoever it lands on you pick. Like, you'd have to pick Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with the #1 overall pick. I mean, you do need a 3 safety. You don't got Justin Reed. Quavo going with the 13th pick to the Falcons. That's a pick you have, right? Let me check. Yeah, it is 13. That was the pick from the Eagles. Because I remember I was negotiating with the Eagles for a number of trades, and we ended up getting Miles Jack yesterday. Nick has 6 picks, 4 in the first round. After pick 30, his next pick won't be until round 6. 6 picks, 4 in the first round? Yeah, had to make sure I could hear myself. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Alright, Nick has had a whole day to think about this, so hopefully he knows within the next minute. Falcons or Saints, who would win? In real life, I am high on the Falcons. I've been high on the Falcons since the start of this season, and I still am. Check Bosa. Well, we don't know his combine. We don't know his top 3 skills. This is all we know. Could Nick Bosa become an Arizona Cardinal, just like potentially in real life? The Cardinals have the #1 overall pick in the OFL and IRL. So I guess that's interesting. Take Nick Bosa. That is who I thought Nick would end up taking, and I was right. So RMP is on the clock. He's not here yet. We'll wait a couple minutes. He's not told me who he wants, so hopefully he does come up within the next, 5 minutes. So with the first pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Nick Bosa, 84 overall from the Ohio State University. Alright, if you guys want to pin him on Discord, that could be a good idea, so he knows he's on the clock. But very good pick, in my opinion, by the Cardinals, who I think are winning the offseason so far. I gotta be like Woj with this. I gotta put it right in press releases. Gotta be quicker than Woj. Are you sure about that? Oh, drafted players. There you go. So we're going to take a look at the Panthers roster, see who they could take. What do you mean winning the offseason? I think the Cardinals have made a number of really good value trades, and I think that was a good value selection. Not saying that the Falcons aren't doing good, but I think the Cardinals have had the best offseason out of any team, including my team. So the Panthers have just traded for reigning OFL MVP Jared Goff, the first MVP in league history, and they're probably going to start Wes Lunt over him, which, I mean, Wes Lunt is the greatest player of all time. Would I say the Falcons have won it? If they get a good quarterback, maybe they do. Alright, it says 7 people are now on the stream. Maybe that's RMP. Alright, running back, they have the woman kicker, Kareem Hunt. But for the sake of the game, him and Tariq Cohen are a really good tandem. Fullback not picking a fullback second. Wide receiver, I think, could use an improvement for him. He did just acquire Cortland Sutton from the Saints, but could use some work. Tight end could use some work. Offensive line could use some work. Only 3 players in total. All 3 of them are starting caliber. On the defensive line, the defensive ends are solid. Defensive tackles are very good. Linebacking core is meh. Roquan Smith is good. Check your roster. Well, we don't need to see your roster yet. We have to focus on the Panthers. Corner could be a position of need. Safety looks pretty good for now. Cam Chancellor is a little bit old. What's going on, Garrett? Okay, so I would say his biggest needs are corner and offensive line, which makes me think Jonah Williams and Greedy Williams. If he doesn't show up in like 2 minutes. Where's Greedy Williams? Down at 12? Okay, maybe not. The Panthers, what are their picks looking like? I know they probably have a couple more, I want to say. I think they have a late first-round pick they got from New England. Let's see real quick. Carolina has... They have the 15th pick. Okay. What's going on, Perry H7? Welcome to the stream. They should take Jonah and Greedy. I think Jonah absolutely needs to be drafted by them, but the question is who else? Maybe Josh Allen could make sense. Probably not Quinnen Williams. Probably not a quarterback. Probably not Rashawn Gary. Maybe Devin White moving outside. So Greedy Williams is a huge need, but they could use Josh Allen as well. I think they absolutely have to go Jonah Williams, though. So, do you all think they should go Greedy or Josh? Was this a fantasy draft? Yes, it was. That's why the rosters are all totally crazy. I guess he's not online. Alright, AP thinks Greedy. Let's take a look at his corners and outside linebackers again. So, his corners, he has solid depth, but not a lot of great starters. Quandre Diggs, Terrence Mitchell, Drake Kirkpatrick. The outside linebackers, Shane Ray, Kiko Alonso, Christian Jones. All serviceable, but not great. Nick doesn't care. Who will the Cardinals go with pick 4, though? That's a question. Alright, so we're going to put Jonah Williams on the draft board now. Because he absolutely needs offensive line, and this is a good pick for them. In my opinion. But the question is, what else do they need? Josh Allen or Greedy Williams? We have 1 vote for Allen. Or not 1 vote for Allen, 1 vote for Greedy. Nick doesn't care. We might go O-line at 13. There are some good O-linemen in this draft class. Greg Little, Jawan Taylor, Cody Ford, Michael Dieter, Mitch Hyatt. Cody Ford is really far down. I don't get that. Cody Ford is a beast. Personally, I think it's much easier to trade for outside linebackers than it is to trade for corners. So I think for his sake, I think Greedy Williams makes more sense. Because we've seen players like Miles Jack and Khalil Mack be traded within the past couple of days. Meanwhile, for corners, it's much harder to get. So I think Greedy Williams makes more sense. Even though it says it's a little bit of a reach, it's not really. Greedy Williams will not be on the board with his next pick. Put Greedy and Josh Allen on the draft board. Well, it's not going to do it randomly because it's going to do whoever is higher on the draft board. And let the CPU do it. Well, if we put one of them first, then that's who it's going to be. That's who the CPU chooses. So let's just make Jonah Williams official, 80 overall. Welcome to the Carolina Panthers. So this is where it gets fun. I think you should go Greedy, but Josh Allen, you can't really go wrong with that pick either. It's a need. But it's harder to get corners than outside linebackers. And I think they will have similar ratings. For depth traits, I'm 99% sure Nick Bosa has superstar. And then Jonah Williams, he could have quick, he could have star, he could have superstar. Who knows which one. Greedy, I have a feeling, has at least star, and I feel like Josh Allen probably does as well. He has depth at both positions, but he doesn't have great players. Let's look at what Shane Ray did last year. Quick development, only 26. That's a building block. He doesn't really have any building blocks at corner. He had an okay season. I know Kirkpatrick and Diggs were just signed, so let's check Terrence Mitchell. Pretty sure he was on the team last year. 88 tackles and interception. Definitely not anything to get hyped over. So I think we will have him go with Greedy. I think that just makes the most sense. It fits a need, and it's harder to get corners. So I think he can't really go wrong with selecting Mr. Greedy Williams. Is he on the draft board? Yes, he is. So with the third pick, the Carolina Panthers select Greedy Williams from Louisiana State University. He is also an 80 overall. So Nick is back on the clock with the fourth pick. The Cardinals have already selected Nick Bosa in this year's draft. Let's see what they will do with this selection. Got some very, very good players on the board. Check your roster. Will do. Then we have the next four picks, and then the Giants, who is a user, but hasn't really talked in the server for a minute, so I don't know if he knows that we're live right now. And then the Packers hopefully will show up. RMP, you just came at the worst time. You were like a few seconds off. So what we did was we made the best picks that we thought made sense for what you needed. So we went with Jonah Williams and Greedy Williams, both of which are 80 overalls. The depth traits are unknown because I'm putting players on draft boards and simulating. Those were both positions of need, and they're both very good players. Welcome to the stream, Eric. So who will Nicholas select? Got an Ohio State player up at the top. He's already selected one Buckeye. I think Greedy and Jonah are both very good picks. We thought Jonah made a ton of sense, but then we're deciding between Greedy and Josh Allen, but AP voted Greedy, and I figured that it's harder to trade for good corners than it is for good outside linebackers. And Shane Ray is a decent building block. There aren't many great building blocks that you have at corner. So that was the thinking process with the pick. You were just playing Fort. If I was playing, you wouldn't be getting any dubs. Rip. We got 7 first-round picks. We're loaded. I'm gonna take, yeah, both are 80s. Josh Allen. That's who I wanted at 5, so gosh darn it. We need an outside linebacker. That's who I was planning on picking, so that's tough. Welcome. Dev, how I'm doing this is, remember in the fantasy draft, it sort of glitched out when we clicked on them. So I have to put players on draft boards and then simulate the pick. So we don't know depth traits yet. Allen is an 81. And our New Orleans Saints are on the clock with the next 4 picks. We got Dwayne Haskins and Kyler Murray staring us in the face. We also got some really good defensive linemen, even though we got 4 phenomenal starters at the defensive line. I may look to trade down. Outside of your first, second, fourth, or first and second, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh are on the clock. Alright. I am looking to trade down if anyone wants to give me a really good offer. Then, yeah, these offers are doo-doo. What are these offers? Y'all can think of something better. Now, why would I do that? Trade my 5th pick for the 26th pick? I was offered 5 for 26 and Jared Goff last night. So just 26? Get out of here, Lions. Get out. So if anyone wants pick 5, it is on the clock. Or on the trading block. You're DMing me? Alright. You can make negotiations in DMs or in the stream chat. It doesn't matter. $20 and $30 for 5th pick. No, what's good, Eagle? Welcome to the stream. Trade your 1st and 2nd and 4th for it. I want to say your picks are sort of late. DualShock battery is low. Hopefully my upper controller is charged or else this is going to be a long night. Alright, let's take a look at the Rams pick. So, yeah. Oh, you don't even have a 2nd. Did the Rams not have a 2nd? I guess not. Huh. Alright, so I've been offered pick 13 and Jerick McKinnon. That 1st, 2nd, and 4th, and then 20th and 30th. I think Nick's offer is the best, but I still don't like it. So... Alright. Could we go quarterback? Could we go defensive line? Could we go linebacker or offensive line? There are so many choices. But what I'm going to do is I will select... This is so tough. Take my offer? No, I don't like your offer. I'm not trading 5 for 20 and 30, but... It was the best offer on the board, so I'll give you that. Out of 2021 2nd, no, but you're close. Alright, Roberto wants Kyler Murray. I'm highly considering Kyler Murray. I think we are going to go with a quarterback. Haskins or Murray? I'm stumped. Because I want to run a spread offense, and Murray fits that perfectly. Which is why I'm super tempted. He can't choose baseball, which is super tempting. And I don't think he's that much worse than Haskins. We don't know skills or combine, which is kind of scary, but I think Kyler Murray makes the most sense for the offense that I want to run. I think Haskins could still be good. He is still pretty mobile. 21. Kyler is 22, I want to say. Oh, 21. I thought he was 22. Replace 21 2nd with 2021 1st. No, but you are getting closer. Alright, I think I gotta go Kyler Murray. He just fits our scheme well. And I don't think Josh Allen's gonna develop into anything crazy. So, the quarterbacks in the NFC South are currently, whatever the hell the Falcons are gonna do. Danny Etling, Jared Goff, and Kyler Murray. 75 overall. He better have a depth trait or else I'm gonna be sad. Alright, with the 6th pick, we will be selecting... Quinnen Williams. I'm honestly tempted to go Haskins. See if he's better. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to select Dwayne Haskins with pick 7. See who's better, and whoever isn't better will be up for trade. Because I think I can get a beautiful haul for them. He is a 79. So, we'll have to check the depth traits. But, I got Kyler and Haskins. And then with my 8th pick, we need linebackers, so I'm going to select Devin White from LSU. 81 overall, and the Giants are on the clock. So, the Giants, I haven't really talked to them too much the past couple days in Discord, which is sort of a sign that he might not show up. So, we're going to take a look at the Giants roster. I'll give you your first for Kyler. No, I need a big offer. Because I selected him pretty high. Alright, quarterback. He has Sam Darnold. I will make sure Sam Darnold starts. I figured he'd rather Darnold than glass bones himself. I mean, even if not, Bradford will get hurt by week 2. I'm not trading singly Kyler Murray for 1 first-round pick. I need more. Because chances are I will choose Haskins, because he is 4 ratings higher. Could go receiver. Could go tight end. Offensive line is pretty well balanced, at least most of it. Could use an extra. Defensive ends are set. Defensive tackles, good. Middle linebackers a need. Devin White is off the board, however. Not trading anything for Kyler. Well, you don't need Kyler, so that makes sense. Alright, so what do y'all think is his biggest need? It's a very well-balanced team. Giants have a man whose last name is Mama. He plays for the best team in the AAF, the Fleet. So Rashawn Gary, Cleveland Farrell aren't needs. Drew Lock is in need. Ed Oliver, I think, could be the pick. Maybe he goes receiver. N'Keal Harry, I think it's a little bit high for middle linebacker. Could go guard, but same thing. I think it's a little high for Dieter and Cody Ford. I don't think this is high in real life for Cody Ford. Can I see your roster before your pick? Yeah. Best player available. I think Ed Oliver is the pick who makes sense for him. And the Packers are on the clock. I know Colin has been pretty active, so I guess we can all pin him, and hopefully he comes within the next, 2 minutes. Ed Oliver is an 84. Jeez, that is good. Is he online? He is online. Alright, so y'all gotta pin him, because he is online. All of those teams above are still users, my goodness. You wanted Ed? Ed would have been a really good pick, but there are still some very good defensive players on the board. Rashawn Gary can move inside. Cleveland Farrell can't, but he's still good at defense. Jeffrey Simmons is still a really good defensive tackle. So there's still some talent on the board. When's our next pick? I want to say our next pick is in the 20s. 22. Who did I take? I took Kyler Murray, Quinnen Williams, Dwayne Haskins, and Devin White. Well, there goes your drafting a QB because Drew Lock is in for quarterback. You could always trade for Kyler. Or there's Daniel Jones. Alright, so Colin is online. Hopefully he comes within the next couple minutes. Drew Lock is trash, says the Illinois fan. You wanted Haskins? You can still get Haskins. You can trade for him. I'm just asking for a King's Haul. A King's Haul. I don't know why I couldn't get that earlier. AP knows what he's doing. That's good. If your pick is coming up, make sure to start thinking about what you could go with. Eagle knows his pick. That's good. So hopefully Colin does show up within the next couple minutes, or else, oof. So we're going to take a look at the Packers roster. Quarterback, good with Baker Mayfield. Running back is good with Saquon. Receivers, could use a third receiver. Tight end, Larry Fitzgerald, Austin Hooper, solid. Offensive line is pretty good. Maybe could use a tackle. DeMar Dotson isn't particularly young, and Deion Dawkins isn't spectacular. Ioannidis he just traded for. Marcus Davenport's young. Defensive tackle could be a position of need. Potentially Jeffrey Simmons could go off the board with this selection. I think that would make sense. Outside of linebacker is a need. Maybe Jachai Polite. Or Jachai Polite, I think it's actually pronounced. Packers need running back depth. They definitely do. I don't think they should go with one at 10. How many picks do the Packers have? I could see maybe in the 3rd round. He needs outside linebacker. He definitely does. Connor Barwin and Shaquem Griffin are the starters. Connor Barwin's kind of old. Who did Nick take it for? He took... Who did he take again? Josh Allen, that's right. Because I remember I wanted him. Doesn't look like Colin's showing up. So I believe he runs a 3-4. So defensive tackle isn't a gigantic need. So I think Jachai Polite is the pick who makes sense here. Which makes me kind of salty because I kind of wanted Jachai Polite because we need outside linebacker is bad. Actually, no, we don't, because we can move Devin White outside, and we got Miles Jack and Tremaine Edmonds. Ja'Kai Polite is a 76. Welcome to the Green Bay Packers. Who did Nick take? He took Josh Allen. Yeah, Ja'Kai Polite is definitely the pick who makes sense there. So the Colts are on the clock with pick 11. He says he knows who he wants. Let's see what Eagle will do. I think it'll be one of the defensive linemen. I know he said he wanted Ed Oliver, so could be Gary, could be Farrell, or it could be Jeffrey Simmons. N'Keal Harry, interesting. So it was not who I expected, but still a very good receiver. Always good to get good playmakers for the offense, and Mitchell Trubisky. N'Keal Harry ends up being a 79 overall. The Packers are right back on the clock. He is still online if you guys want to continue to ping him. So I don't think defensive tackle is actually that big of a need, since he does run a 3-4. Could look at wide receiver, maybe someone in the slot, potentially a Hollywood Brown by chance. I think he could use a third cornerback. Byron Murphy, DeAndre Baker in play. Is it me yet? I believe you are next on the clock. Yes. So after this Packers pick, AP and the Atlanta Falcons are up. AP says he knows what he's doing. Hollywood, I think Hollywood makes sense. We scouted him. His top 3 skills weren't spectacular, but I think his combine, which we don't know of, is a more accurate representation of the player. Stay away from Marquise Brown. I think Hollywood makes sense here. He needs, I think, another deep threat alongside Brandon Cooks could make sense. I think having 2 guys like that could be really scary for defenses. Oh, I guess you wanted Marquise. And then Tyler Lockett, 93 speed. Don't sleep on him with the football either. So, Packers have a very interesting receiving core, but Hollywood Brown, welcome to Green Bay. So, Hollywood Brown and who else? Ja'Kai Polite are now Packers. And it is the Atlanta Falcons who are on the clock. The first non-user who has a selection is the Cleveland Browns at pick 17. So I expect a bunch of offers for that pick. Check quarterback quickly. The only 2 off the board are Haskins and Murray. So Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, everyone there is still there. And there's still a lot of defensive line talent as well. Can I trade for Browns? Sure. Send me an offer in DMs, and we'll see if it'll work. AP says he knows what he wants. That could change. The player he might want is off the board. Maybe he was expecting N'Keal Harry or Hollywood Brown to still be there. Yeah, I wouldn't try either. Everyone's going to want it. I would not be shocked if the first round is only users. Daniel Jones from Duke University is an Atlanta Falcon. So the quarterbacks in the division are Danny Etling, Daniel Jones, Jared Goff, and whatever we're going to do, most likely Haskins. Don't take Drew Lock. Well, he isn't. So Daniel Jones, I don't think he'll have a super high rating. I think he could have upside. 76, he's higher than Kyler Murray. So the New England Patriots on the clock. Next year, 2, 3, and 4. We'll see if that'll work. So Zach is the only person who actually did send me a draft board. So if the people who didn't show up don't like their picks, we have an excuse. Etling is starting. Yes, the Bucs were a user, and they decided not to get a quarterback. So Danny Etling started all year. So his number 1 player, he said, was running back Josh Jacobs from Alabama. Let me just take a screenshot of his draft board, because there's a lot of other DMs. Alright, so Josh Jacobs. What are the other Patriots selections looking like? That's better than Josh Allen? It probably is. You should have sent me a board. Well, since you're here, I guess you don't have to. If you don't know if you'll make it, I guess you can send me a list of players you are interested in. Alright, with 14th pick, the New England Patriots select Josh Jacobs, running back, Alabama. And the Carolina Panthers are back on the clock. RNP actually gets to make his own pick this time. So that's cool. There is still a lot of talent on the board. If anyone wants the Browns pick, you can DM me one offer and one offer only, or else trades are just going to go on all day. Eagles the only one who has sent me an offer so far. You can always change your offer before pick 17. Is your boy Duke... Since when did you like Duke football? Check outside linebacker. I don't know if there are any projected to go in the first round. Maybe move Cleveland Farrell outside. I don't know how that would work. There's some talent, like, later. You got Tavon Coney, Anthony Jennings, Dakota Allen, Last Chance U, Troy Dye, go Ducks, O'Shane Ximenez. That's probably how you say it. Probably not. That's probably not how you say it. So Duke's like a second team. Cleveland Farrell, that's a good pick. At 15, that is really solid value. And Calais Campbell is pretty old, and Robert Quinn isn't spectacular, so you're going to UGA and you have family who went there. Cool, cool. Cleveland Farrell is an 81, so he is an immediate upgrade over, what's his name? Robert Quinn. Alright, so Washington is on the clock. I don't know what he wants, so... He did send me a list of players to scout, so maybe if there's someone who's first round caliber, maybe we could consider that. Alright, so there aren't many first round guys, he said. The only one I would say is DK Metcalf, who is projected second round, but the Redskins did just trade Demaryius Thomas. They could use wide receiver pretty desperately. So I think DK Metcalf or AJ Brown would make sense. You like college football overall because you're BC guys? Looking for a third round pick, DK. I think DK makes sense. Big-bodied receiver. He just traded a big-bodied receiver who's good in the red zone in Demaryius Thomas. So this is a player very similar. And I think it makes sense. Julian Edelman is not a particularly big guy. Taywan Taylor isn't big. Deion Kane isn't big. They only have one receiver over 6 foot, and that's Deion Kane. Nick is not going for the 17th overall pick. So the only person who has sent me an offer is Eagle. We'll see if that offer accepts. How many offers? Only one. So if you want to send me a last-second offer, I will make an offer as well, because I kind of want it. So I might as... Actually, we're going to go in order of when they were sent, so we're going to try the Colts first. I'll go last, because I'll be a good guy. I don't know. So, the Cleveland Browns, they were a user, but now they are not, because the person who coached them didn't show interest in coming back. So, he said... Next year, 2, 3, and 4. Edelman is a big boy with big balls. Alright, so the trade isn't super far in progress. So it doesn't look like the Colts will be getting this pick. The next CPU pick is 19. So if anyone wants to come up with a new offer, I guess they can do that. Alright, I do not have an offer for an RMP yet, so I might as well go only one offer. Because I want to be fair here. Oh, current? I thought that said next year. Alright, maybe it did. So we'll try it again. Edelman doesn't show up till the playoffs. I mean, you could say that's technically true. Try Morgan Moses for the pick. I have a feeling they won't probably do that straight up, but I guess it's worth a try. Current 3 and 4. Probably won't work knowing Madden, but it's worth a try. I think this will be somewhat close. And it's not close at all. I thought that'd be a little close. Alright, Morgan Moses for pick 17. I don't think this will be accepted. If they are green for him, I think it would be in like the yellow, maybe. And 2 of my later round, or I guess your later round picks. So Morgan Moses is indeed green. I mean, you only have 2 late round picks. So if AP gets this pick, then he'll have the next 2 picks, and then that'll be it, bearing a trade. And Mendola doesn't show up to the playoffs. And the trade is declined, but it's in the green. So hopefully for AP, the Chiefs want Morgan Moses. Who did you get? You got Ja'Kai Polite and Marquise Hollywood Brown. You want a later round pick? Any offers? I need all the late round picks I can get, so I probably won't be. Polite was a 76, Brown was a 77. The depth traits have not been revealed yet. No, we're on team. We're on team. After the draft, you're looking at the Bears. Alright, so the Browns need a right tackle. Not doing that. Not doing that. I will do that. Kelsey's kind of older. I won't trade Scherf. And Dalvin Tomlinson, I'm not going to trade right now, but could be someone who's on his way out because of Quinn Williams. We're going to check the devs after, I mean, I don't want to risk a glitch, so we're going to check all the devs at the end. Alright, this is my only offer for the pick. Jason Kelsey, a 6 and a future 5. Oh, man, that's a killer. That is a killer. Hopefully the Chiefs want him. Okay, so the first CPU selection is the Cleveland Browns, and they go Mack Wilson, middle linebacker from Alabama. So the Falcons are back on the clock. AP does not know who he wants. There is some talent on the board. Players like Rashawn Gary, players like Jeffrey Simmons, players like A.J. Brown. Some very good offensive linemen are still on the board. Deontay Thompson, DeAndre Baker. There are some good players. $19 is a simulated pick, so we can do trade offers again. $21 is a sim pick. 23 is a sim pick, and 24 is a sim pick. So we got a decent amount of non-users coming up. Alright, so we have an offer of a Chiefs pick from Eagle. AP needs a minute or 2, that's fine. How is my charge doing? Perfect. It's almost dead. Offer the Chiefs my 20th for their 19th. I'm actually curious to see how high that is. I think that'll be pretty high. Knowing Madden. It obviously won't be accepted, but knowing this game, it'll be somewhat high. Look at wide receiver, offensive line, and tight end. Here's wide receiver. You still got A.J. Brown, who's a first-round player. Brown is someone who I think could be good very right away. Tight end, there's a lot of depth at tight end. No first-round projections. Offensive line, plenty of talent on the offensive line. Depth and talent who could be good right away. Xavier is back. Oof. Well, you were the Buccaneers, but since I haven't gotten a DM in the past, like, 2 weeks that you still want to be a coach, for right now, you are not a coach, but since I'm a nice guy, if you want back in, I'll give you the Bucks. And as far as I know, they haven't really changed much, so. Still got 63 overall, Danny Etling. Greg Little is headed to the Atlanta Falcons. I think that's a really solid pick. One of the better players on the board, fits a need, since the Falcons' offensive line is kind of dookie. Edelman is always there. I think Edelman's a good player in the regular season, but he obviously is great in the playoffs. Greg Little. Sim, please. Hello? Oh, it did sim. Okay, so I guess the Chiefs have made a selection. I didn't realize it simmed, but Arizona's on the clock, and we don't know who the Chiefs went. I guess we can look. Who on earth did the Chiefs pick? Does anyone remember who was on the board other than Greg Little? It was Christian... No, not Christian Wilkins. Who on earth was it? Well, that's my fault. That's Madden being stupid right there. But Arizona's on the clock. My fault. I got confused because it was stuck on the Browns' previous pick. Hopefully that's not an issue the rest of the draft where we don't know the ratings. You think they got a quarterback? Well, Drew Lock is still on the board, so I don't think it's him. I have no clue. Could have been an offensive lineman? I think Mitch Hyatt was a first-round projected tackle, so I want to say it was him who they got. AAF would be a cool video game. Next CPU is 21, Denver. Maybe it's in transactions? I think it probably is. I want to say it was Mitch Hyatt, and it was Mitch Hyatt. Alright, I'm smart. Hopefully this glitch doesn't come to bite us in the butt. Alright, so if you guys want to use those same offers for 21, hopefully Nick has a somewhat idea of who he wants. Luckily, I didn't simulate his pick. Oh, what's up, Rieger? I didn't even realize you were here. Welcome to the stream. So far, we gave you DK Metcalf with the 16th pick. Since you traded Demaryius Thomas, we felt you needed a new big-bodied receiver, and I want to say he was like a 77. Not supposed to sim after a pick. I'm confused. Try the same offer for the Bronx. Alright, let's take a look at Denver's need. So, Eagle has his offer. Roberto and Colin both want to trade up. And Nick wants to trade down. So we're going to look at Denver's need first. They need linebackers and guards. That's somewhat simple. He was a 78, okay. And I assume he'll probably have either quicker star dev, I would guess. We figured it fitted a need and good player. Okay, now it says Mitch Hyatt, so that's cool. Then after the Broncos, I want to say we are on the clock. These trade offers suck. If AAF does come out with a video game, which I highly doubt, but if they do, I'll definitely cop it and start a series. But I somewhat doubt that. But I would love that. That would be fun. We got 9 people on the stream. Good stuff. How many likes we got? 6 likes. Good job. Alright, so if you want to trade up, you can type it in the stream chat, or you can DM it to me. I have one official offer, but I know there's about pretty much everyone else here who wants to trade up. Alright, let me put this in the playlist real quick. The OFL playlist. That hasn't been touched in a month. There are still some good players on the board. Maybe AAF 2K21, the Iron one. I want to say I didn't pick the Iron, but I felt I should have, so good job, me. Don't even know who your guards are. We can check. This is going to change into your main channel. Have to change it, though. Well, good to see you coming back, bud. Let's take a look at the Rams guards. Take Drew Lock. I like that pick a lot because quarterbacks have a ton of value. Hence why I chose 2 with my first 4 picks. Patrick Omame and Forrest Lamp. So whenever Forrest becomes running back, we can say run, Forrest, run. So the Jags have the first pick in the 2nd round. I don't think that has changed. Got 10 people in now. Nice. Who did you get? Your pick was... I think you actually originally traded your pick to the Panthers. And then who knows where that pick is now. You were 7 and 9. I have no... 'cause all the trades that have happened, who knows? Okay, so the pick simulated... So we're just going to see Mitch Hyatt the whole time. Alright, so Drew Lock is a 77. Like to play that game? Memphis would be your team to build, maybe Atlanta. I would obviously choose the Fleet, because that's my team. And they're pretty bad after week 1. Alright, so the Broncos are on the clock. I will be checking DMs to see the offers. We will go in order of who offered first, so Eagle will get first dibs. And I don't have any DMs. Alright, so if y'all want to make an offer, make sure you DM. You can also send your offer in the stream chat. That works too. But if you want to keep it anonymous from everyone. So we got 2 San Antonio fans in here, so kind of salty. Kind of salty. And it says I have 1 new DM. Or, no, that's... Oh, that's in the LFL server, I guess. Oh, that's trade block. Silly me. Carson Wentz is on the trade block. Well, I'm very tempted to trade for him, depending on the price. You'll trade Drew Lock for Wentz? Well, I assume you mean Daniel Jones, because that's who you have. Poor legends. Wentz, I want to say, is an 87, and I would assume he's 24 or 25. Alright, so... Next year, 2, and 2 current 3s. This is a decent offer. And it is not good. So if I don't have any offers from anyone in a minute, the pick will be simmed. Everyone wants it, but no one's offered. Except for Eagle. And his trade didn't work. I'm going to save this real quick. I don't want anything fishy happening. You want to trade for the Bears pick? There are a number of sim teams coming up. So looking at the teams on the clock, obviously Saints is me. Cowboys, Bears, Seahawks, and Lions are all sim teams. So if you guys want to maybe communicate with who's getting whose picks so it's easier for each other, if you guys want to do that. Atlanta fan, let's just say that offense is dog pound. Oh, I get it, because they were going to have Michael Vick, but they don't have Michael Vick. So am I able to... Well, we got to remake your coach, because I retired your coach, so... If you want to make a new coach, you can do that in the server. Because I forget the name. Vic owns the team? Or you can go with Sam Borst. Alright, that's a... fun name. Matt Sims is trash. You might as well have Phil Sims playing a quarterback. Alright, 2nd and 3rd this year, and Yonda for the Broncos first. If they don't do that, I'd be shocked. I think Vic was the offensive coordinator, but like a few weeks ago, it changed. And apparently, according to AP, he owns the team. So, there you go. What face do we want to go with? We gotta go with an old guy. For the memes. That guy's old. But that guy looks flat out creepy. The way he stares into you. That picture just looks weird. Alright, so. We're gonna do Colin's offer. I assume it will... Is it not gonna let him draft? It might not. Welp. Alright, so Denver for 2nd and 3rd this year and Marshall Yonda. That is a lot. That is a lot of dough. For trading up 23 picks, a 3rd, and an older player, so it makes sense. I think Denver will definitely accept this. I'd be shocked if they don't. Skin 2, face 3 is old. Well, I also want him to look creepy. So this is for trade. And it looks like the Green Bay Packers will be on the clock as if the trade is unsurprisingly accepted. Oh, 2nd next? Okay, I think Denver will accept it anyway, so... I can fix that. I assume they would accept it. It's very easy. It's not as easy as it is in 2K, but it's still somewhat easy. Watch this magic trick, kiddos. Actually, we can... Actually, no, we won't go Vance Joseph. Because whatever. So, Juan Blanco doesn't matter. I want to say it was in the 40s. 44. Packers, and then a 2 next year. F in the chat. Alright, so the Packers are on the clock. Alright, so now we can retire good old Juan Blanco. Boom. And we are back to square one. Can the Bucks draft? Or will it let the Bucks do anything on this stage? Yes it will. Alright, cool. So, Xavier can draft. Carson Wentz traded to the Falcons. Wait, what? So, apparently we have a deal with the Saints and the Falcons that could send Carson Wentz over. Alright, so Eagles said he won't be able to come back for a while. He did tell me who he wants, so that's cool. And then Rieger is telling me what he's doing because he's playing cards, so he knows what he wants to do. So Eagle and Rieger have DM'd me their plans. Good stuff, AP. Man is at work with the drafted players. Juan going back to selling tacos. Alright, so Daniel Jones, all 20. Whoa! That is a robbery. The Arizona Cardinals just finessed the heck out of the Falcons. Oh my goodness. I don't get that trade for AP one bit, but it works. But I can't say I like the move for the Falcons. You don't care about 2021. I understand it's rookies and rookies aren't great, but that's a big part of your future. And Daniel Jones was what, like a 76? That's a 10 rating difference. What a phenomenal trade made by Carson is an 89, 26 with star. Alright. A little bit better, a little bit older than I thought. Also, Colin, you are on the clock, so if you want to make your pick, but... Okay, so it's actually not that much value. It's just 2021 picks. Well then. I still don't know about it for AP because he's trading all of his picks in 2021, which Nick will be able to trade as soon as next season starts. Alright, so when it's in this situation, when there's more than 3 players or picks, I just choose like some random player that person won't care about, like Josh Harvey Clemens. Oh, and Daniel, yeah, I'll trade Daniel Jones rights after the draft. Yeah, I can't say I would do that if I was the Falcons, but okay. So, back to business. We have no trade. We have to trade all your picks. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And Daniel Jones as well. Alright, so this is the board for Green Bay. Let's take a look at the roster real quick, see what they need. They have a wide receiver and an outside linebacker now. And I would say current needs would be running back depth. Probably not receiver. Maybe tight end. Hooper only has normal. Deion Dawkins and DeMar Dotson are okay tackles. The inside of the offensive line is... Actually, no, he doesn't have a guard anymore. Because Marshall Yanda's gone. Check the O-line. Alright, AP wants the Bears pick. We should have traded for Juan. Alright, Juan Blanco is now the offensive coordinator of the Saints. Boom. We're set. So there are some good offensive linemen on the board. You got Jawan Taylor, Cody Ford, Chris Lindstrom, Michael Jordan, Tyler Biadasz, who is in next year's draft class in real life, Eric McCoy, Elton Jenkins, Michael Dieter, David Edwards, Dalton Risner. You want every pick in the draft? I think we all do. Juan was the computer running back in your Niners franchise. Damn, just like a Thanos snap, Wilson Wentz to Atlanta. Don't get that trade for AP one bit. What were the details? So AP is trading all of his picks in 2019, 2020, 2021, and the rights to Daniel Jones. That is a lot of assets. Now, I didn't realize he has, like, no picks the next 2 years, or not many. But still, that's a whole draft class in 2021. Plus a young quarterback in Daniel Jones. So, the Saints have 2 rookie quarterbacks, and the Cardinals have 2 rookie quarterbacks. Jawan Taylor, that's a good pick. That is a really solid pick. So, Jawan Taylor is headed to Packerland, and our New Orleans Saints are back on the clock. Alright, so his rating is a 78. Good pick. Tell me he should have actually gone for the head. I think AP absolutely got fleeced. He is definitely going all out. Alright, so there are some talented football players on the board. But we still don't have a good safety alongside Derwin James, so I am going to select Deontay Thompson from Alabama, and our secondary is most likely complete. P. Diddy wants to buy an NFL team. How much money does he have? Alright, Thompson's a 78. I'm happy with that. So, Dallas is a sim team. I have no offers for Dallas. I know AP wants the Bears pick. So, if anyone wants to trade for Dallas's pick, the offer is open. Then after that, Seahawks and Lions and Jets are also CPU. So, other than the Saints, these are all CPU teams. AP really wants the Bears pick, but you can make an offer for Dallas, Seattle, Detroit, or the Jets. Yes, we're going to check Dallas's needs. We can show you your roster after we look at Dallas's needs. Alright, center, right end, middle linebacker, right outside linebacker, and left tackle. So, an offensive lineman, an edge rusher, or a linebacker, basically. And here's a look at the Bucks. Decent team. I want to say they went 7-9, led by quarterback. Where is he? Danny Etling. Let's take a look at his stats from a year ago, because why not? Second richest hip-hop artist in the world. Then how come I barely know who he is? I recognize the name, and that's it. Alright, is AP offered for the Bears pick? Not currently, but that is subject to change. It's a decent roster. I want to say you don't have very many picks. Danny Etling, former... I don't think he's on the Patriots at the moment. Alright, so the Bucks have a 3rd, 2 4ths, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. What have you missed? I assume, obviously you know about the Carson Wentz trade, which he definitely won. And then we just selected Deontay Thompson, and the Packers selected Jawan Taylor. Alright, I have no offers for Dallas's pick. We will simulate, and they select... Why does Madden have to hate me? A.J. Brown, who is an 80 overall. My voice, is the stream glitching? Try Ryan Kelly and Tyus Bowser. Nope, wrong team. Silly me. I have won what? I'm confused. Just took your shower? That was quick. I could have sworn you just made that Wentz trade like 5 minutes ago. I guess you're trying to go fast, not trying to miss too much. Alright, so AP, I expect him to make a couple trades tonight to get some more picks. As after this, Barron trades, he will not have draft picks until 2022. Definition of going all in to the Bears. Okay, so they don't want either of them. Oh, did you mean the Cowboys pick? Oh! Is that what I did? I did something wrong, and I think it's simming past Dallas's pick. Am I correct or am I correct? Yes, okay. Well, oopsie poopsies with that. I know the Lions are on the clock soon. They want Ryan Kelly, and then it was the Jets who want both of them. Okay. I think you can probably sneak in maybe a fifth as well. Normally you play ball with your... That's fun. That's fun. Alright, so I think this makes sense for AP getting another first-round pick as well as a fifth. The Bears don't want Ryan Kelly or Tyus Bowser. They don't want either one of them. What do you mean by ball? Oof. That is a big feep in the chat. AP does not have a lot of picks this year. His other picks that you are getting is a 6 and a 7. So, there you go. You'll do that. I think they'll accept it. Okay, I guess just take out this. Alright, there you go. Falcons have another first-round selection. However, no one is offered for the Bears pick, so we will simulate. And they select a human. Cody Ford. I was highly considering him, so I'm sad right now. Alright, balls would be non-YouTube friendly. Yes, it did. I figured since the Jets wanted those two players, I thought that made sense. Alright, the Seahawks are on the clock. They are a sim team. They need linebacker, offensive line, running back. Who's their running back? Ty Montgomery, blunt force trauma, and they got the Oregon duo. The thick Oregon running backs. LeGarrette Blount and Royce Freeman. Cody Ford is hot. Psych. I wanted Cody Ford, but there's still some offensive line I'd be glad to take if we go after one. Because we got 5 starters. I believe our lowest is an 88, so her offensive line is not bad at all. To do Morgan Moses and somebody else, well, that's my fault. Silly me. Blunt is a thick boy. Who is your right outside linebacker? I want to say it's Shane Ray. Yep, you got Shane Ray, Kiko Alonso, and Christian Jones. Who is your running back? You have Alvin Kamara. Who I remember at the beginning of the season you traded your whole team to me for, so appreciate that. Shane Ray for that first. I assume from Seattle. Alright, so RNP has made his offer. He will go first. He's allowed to change his offer within the next 15 seconds. Add or take off anything, which I don't think he would do. And then you got the legend. Oh yeah, you had Josh Allen, and then you traded him to me. Alright, Shane Ray for the 25th pick is in the green, but not accepted. AP gets the next offer. And then if anyone else would like to offer before we simulate the pick. I believe the Lions are the last CPU team in the first round. Or one of. Jerick McKinnon for 25. They do need a running back. And I assume they will be green for him. Knowing Madden, he'll be yellow. Yep, he is. I figured. AP is allowed to change his offer within the next 2 seconds. Shane Ray add in a 4 and a 5. Alright, AP and RMP get one more offer each. This won't be accepted, no. Since RMP went first, AP gets the next offer, and then RMP will get to do that. So AP, I will give you about 40 seconds. It is 7:10. Hopefully the next few rounds are quicker. It probably will, since no one was trying to trade for 20,000 second round picks. Try Tavon too. Alright, so I assume it sounds like Alvin Kamara is headed to the Packers. Most likely. They don't want Tavon Austin. 30th pick for 25th pick. Is there an Alvin Kamara trade? Yes or no? I assume there is. The deal did not move one bit. So now it's RMP's trade. So Shane Ray, a 4 and a 5 to Seattle. I have a feeling that probably will be accepted. RMP does not have a 4. Okay, this is where it gets fun. 30th pick and Josh Jones. Alright, we'll try it. Alright, these are the last two offers. If neither of them are accepted, we will simulate the pick. It's 6-11. Oh, I get it. Alright, so RMP does not have a 4. He does have a future 4. Future 5 or 6. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. I guess we can try that. Future 4? Alright, RMP says future 4. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Doesn't matter. We'll go with the higher one, just in case the lower one doesn't do it. And the trade is accepted, and the Panthers are on the clock. We can do Nick's offer for pick 26 with the Lions if it makes them feel good. Dab on those haters. So RMP is on the clock for pick number 25. There were still like 6 user picks in the first round. I have 2 of them. Hopefully I decide to go quick. Offensive line is a semi-need. Receiver, I would say, is a pretty big need. The big 4 are off the board, however. Akeem Butler, Paris Campbell, Kelvin Harmon. Headline the available players. On defense, outside linebacker could be a pick. Corner could be a pick. Can't eat green food because you can't eat healthy. Good for you. Check outside linebacker. So it could be a little bit of a reach, but it does fit a position of need. And I believe some of the offensive line, or not offensive linemen, outside linebackers were looked at in scouting, and some of them looked pretty solid. That's enough, Cindy. Check offensive line. We got our Cindy dose over with now. So, I guess that's good. You want to try car? I'm puzzled. Dieter? That is a very solid selection. I was looking at him, not saying I was going to pull the trigger. Alright, the Lions are on the clock. What is his rating? Watch me forget to put him on the draft board. He's a 77, cool. What's a Super Bowl? I don't know, I'm a cowboy. Oh, I can relate. Alright, if anyone wants... Oh yeah, do your offer. Okay, so pick 32 is a CPU pick, belonging to the Steelers. What are your needs? Let's take a look. Unshockingly, quarterback number 1, followed by left tackle, wide receiver, right tackle, and left guard.
Who's excited for the face reveal at 1K?
I thought Cindy was done. I guess not. What does this bold need? I'm confused. If you're looking for your needs, there they are. Fun stuff. Alright, so the 30th pick in Josh Jones. Let's just see this just in case. Alright, so will Josh Jones do the trigger? Knowing Madden, he either will or it's going to move down into the red. And it did not move at all, surprisingly. Alright, so the Cardinals offer is not accepted. I don't have any other offers. Garrett has a response for you, Cindy. If you want to look without saying anything. I figured you'd like that response, Cindy. And hopefully the Lions don't mess it up.
I will calm them. I will.
DeAndre Baker. If we have the 26th pick, I'd be cool with that. Alright, so we are on the clock for our next 2 picks. Fun, fun, fun. I'm gonna select Byron Murphy. And I'm gonna select Tyler Biadasz. Who's Cindy? You don't know who Cindy is? You've known me for all this time.
You have a life. Who is this? Nick Smith?
No, Cindy, you're...
I'm his favorite thing ever.
Byron Murphy's a 77, cool. I guess, what's his face? Mike Hughes is on the trading block. And then Tyler Biadasz, please don't suck. 76. Hopefully he has a good depth trait. 283 diamonds in that Super Bowl 51 ring. RNP loves that ring. Alright, AP's on the clock. Hopefully he's still here. This is AP's last selection, bearing a trade. And look at all this defensive line on the board. I would not be shocked if we see something like this at 29. Not saying it'll be these players. Rashawn Gary will probably be gone. Jeffrey Simmons will be gone. Montez Sweat will be gone for sure. Christian Wilkins probably. Cindy would say it again. Cindy definitely loves that second thing you mentioned. Just want to throw that out here. Cindy, it rhymes with corn. And at the end is hub.
Wait, what?
I figured you would enjoy that.
Wait, well, Garrett, does Garrett know me?
I guess he does.
Garrett, you are my best friend.
Garrett is Cindy's best friend, everyone.
No.
Alright, Cindy,
it's Royal and Poison. Tell Royal and Poison he's my best friend.
He knows he's here. Alright. I will be making one offer for pick 32. If it doesn't work, no first round picks for me. Sorry you were lagging. You didn't mess anything except for Cindy being annoying. Cindy, Garrett's taken.
Why, who?
A female.
It's okay, Garrett. My best friend is Royal and Poison. He's my favorite.
Alright, cool. And we have pick 32. Tyler locking in a 7 for Alvin Kamara. Alright, you guys can put that in approved trades. And also, are we going to put all the draft day trades in here like the one I just did? No, we don't need to. We don't have... I mean, if someone wants to put every draft day trade in there, that's fine. Mike Hughes for pick 32, that is accepted. Mike Hughes is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Alright, you want to look at offensive line again? Alright, Nick and then Roberto are the next 2 on the clock. And then hopefully second round and the rest of the draft goes a lot quicker, because this is going to take all day. You feel bad? Oh, that's tough. There's some talent available in the offensive line. 6 first-round projected players left. All of them play on the defensive line. Every single one of them. So, Cardinals and Rams, be prepared to make your selections shortly. Rashawn Gary from Michigan State. Very good value pick. I think I probably will just put all the draft day trades in improved trades. I'll probably review it tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. But Rashawn Gary is now an Atlanta Falcon. I'm pretty sure Nick is still here. If he is on the clock. RB2 was at the Iron game. Was he really? Good for him. And then hopefully Roberto is still here as well. Alright, so Nick wants to trade down. I will take your pick, bud. So, I'm willing to trade Marlon Mack, Alex Okafor, and a future 5th for your 30th pick. Him and NTE. Fun, fun, fun. Could use an extra running back. Actually, no, you don't, but backup running backs do have good trade value. So, Marlon Mack is a good trade chip, and then your right end is Dookie. Actually, both your ends are Dookie. Sorry, Smoot. Can you do my trade with Dwarf? Yeah, I'll do it. Whose pick is it? The Cardinals are on the clock. You did have a selection, and I forgot who you picked. Oh, yeah, you got Josh Jacobs. That's right. Who I want to say is a 79. Nick, if you want to do this trade for pick 30, and then we'll do the Alvin Kamara deal. Check who's on the draft board. Zach, the Patriots fan. Well, funny thing, he's actually a Vikings fan with that profile pic. For my franchise videos, do I do post-com or live-com? I generally do post-com. I do live-com sometimes. Westlake is pure live-com. However, the other series are usually post-coms. The scoreboard videos are post-com. The non-scoreboards are live-com. Did we do the Wentz deal? Yes, we did. I would say generally I do post comms, sometimes live comms for a PlayStation series, and then Westlake, I have fun doing live comms for that. Take Sweat, that's tough, we don't make a deal. Alright, so Montez Sweat is off the board, we're on team. Hopefully Roberto is still here, if not, we will look at his needs and make a good pick for him. Alright, pretty solid value pick at 30. In real life, he will not be on the board here. Alright, Roberto is still here. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to have Montez Sweat become a member of the Cardinals, do the Alvin Kamara deal, and then the LA Rams, the defending NFC champions who lost the Super Bowl in the OFL and in real life. We'll be right back in 10 to 15 minutes. Cool. Alright, Sweat is a 77. Wrong team. Again. Oh no, the Vikings profile pick is back. Good job, bud. Alright, we can do Bucks. It doesn't really matter. BRB, alright. So, Alvin Kamara is a Green Bay Packer. If this happened in real life, I would be terrified. Let's just go with that. Along with Saquon Barkley, I would not want to have to play that backfield twice a year. Being the draft guy is a lot of work. Yeah, you're doing a really good job. I'm going to have to review all these trades tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And 7th this year. And he doesn't have a 7th this year. So we'll do a 6th next year. That's pretty much identical value. Alrighty, and the Rams are officially on the clock. At you when you're up. Alright. I don't think you have any picks anytime soon. I don't think so, so. Let's double check. Do the Cardinals have any picks coming up soon? Not until the 6th round. Alright, Rams roster. I'm pretty sure this is the updated roster with Quan Alexander and all the picks now there. With the Damon Harrison trade. There's only been one trade involving a draft, yeah, which was Daniel Jones. So I'm going to have to do that afterwards. The first round has been roughly an hour and a half. Hopefully the rest of the draft does not last another hour and a half. Because if that's the case, then we're just going to simulate after like round 4. Do you think I lost the draft I would say so, yes. You made some solid picks, but I think the trade was not smart. 31 pick on the block. I already have picked 32, so I've already gotten what? I believe this would be first round pick number 8 for me. Yeah, first round pick number 8 for me. Alright, AP wants it. Well, he could use a quarterback if you want to trade Carson Wentz. Alright, Rams need D tackle, left guard, right outside left end, corner. You need a quarterback, but yeah, pretty much everyone is gone. And remember, Kyler Murray will likely be on the trade block after the draft. We're not going to do any trades right after the draft, or at least on stream, because this stream's probably going to be like 2.5 hours. So, but we can do you can do trades via the Discord. What doesn't AP want? Alrighty, so it doesn't look like a lot of progress has been made with a potential trade. I know it said the Rams do need a defensive tackle. Top 4 players available are DTs. Look at those punters. These are some great players. Even better. I know who I want with my 32nd pick, so I guess that's good. Anthony Barr to the Falcons for Tavon Austin and Jerick McKinnon. Falcons did something right during the draft. Interesting. I think that's a good trade for them. We will make that trade official after round 1. Draymond Jones. Alrighty, so Draymond Jones is now a member of the Los Angeles Rams. And to round out the first round, the future 2020 OFL Super Bowl champion, not real life, because that's going to go to the Lions. Next year's OFL Bowl, I don't know if we're going to call that champions. Are you mad that you're going to win the division next year? You're not going to win the division next year, not with me and my new 8 first round picks. Even though I'm probably going to trade one, so 7. Already have my 32nd pick. We're going to pick a player who I really like in real life and fits in need. Noah Fant from Iowa. And the first round is in the books. The next user pick is Washington. Rieger is not here at the moment. However, he did tell me what he wants to use his next pick for. So, we will simulate ahead. No offense, 79. Sweet. We will be assuming ahead to the next user pick. I was worried it was going to stop at our next pick, but luckily it didn't. Jeffrey Simmons went off the board. That's tough, because that's who I would have had him go with. Alright, Christian Wilkins and Jerry Tillery are both on the board. Tillery is a scheme fit. 22 years old. 22. We'll go Tillery. You need to trade for the Jags pick. Too late. RMP is back. The first round is in the books. We're not going to do a bunch of trades for these picks just because we don't have all day. Alright, I assume Tillery will be a 78, 77 in that range. You want to pick? I believe your next pick is in round 3. I guess if you offer a good trade for one of my second round picks here, we can do some business. Alright, what do I need? I guess trade pieces? Heck, I might as well just go with Will Greer. Hope he's a good overall so I can trade him. If anyone wants this second round pick, it is on the block. However, since I want to speed it up, I will be waiting for about 2 minutes. I picked Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. He's a solid trade piece too. So I'll go with Will Greer now. We have an upcoming pick still. Yeah, Will Greer is still on my draft board. Why won't it... Did I accidentally put Kerryon Johnson too? A third, 1/4, and Tavon Austin? No. Yeah, Will Greer's the only one. It should be him. And if it's not, then this game is cheesing. It had to be... Why didn't it let me take Will Greer? That is really weird. I put him on my draft board. So are you telling me we're going to actually have to draft the players? What if the glitch happens? Alright, Giants, I don't know what they want to do, so we'll send their pick. Future second, third, and a fourth for my 14th pick, and I believe we have a deal. I will do that. Elgton Jenkins is now a member of the Chargers. Good for him. Wrong player. Running back Bryce Love. Alright, so Bryce Love will be drafted by the Green Bay Packers very shortly. Oh wait, there's still available picks. Oof. Alright, so future 2, a 3, and a 4, and the Bucks will soon be on the clock. Who was it? Wrong team. The Saints. 4 pick 46. And the offer is accepted. Alright, so I'm worried if the draft board just doesn't work right now. Because that's kind of an issue if it doesn't. So a bunch of late round picks from the Rams are on the block for picks next season. Please work. Please work. Or else I'm going to be salty. Please work, game. Please tell me Bryce Love is a Packer. Alright, thank you. Perfect. Alright, the Bucks are on the clock. We'll look at their roster. So it only doesn't work for me. Okay, well at least that doesn't hurt anyone else. Alrighty, the Bucks are on the clock with their first pick of the draft. The Chargers are CPU, yes. The Chargers, Vikings, actually all those teams other than Green Bay are CPU teams. Is this an online league? If not, you're in next year. It's not really an online league. It is actually a Discord league where we just make moves and stuff on Discord. So if you want to join, we can put the link in. The Abraham Lincoln. It's not online. You don't need to own a PS4 or Madden 19. Yes, Discord base is exactly what RNP said. Alright, so who do the Bucks want to draft? Pick 14 in the second round, Mr. Greer. It didn't let me pick Will Greer. I don't know if it will with him. Put your picks in my hands. Alright, sounds good. Please tell me that worked. And it did. I figured the Sim would probably take Will Greer anyway because Bucks kind of need a quarterback. So there goes my trade bait. Alright, I'm going to check if there's any DMs from offers for any of these picks. If not, then I do have one. And it is from Colin, so it is a trade offer. What do I want for Kyler Murray? I need a lot. Alright, so no offers for those picks. So the Packers are back on the clock with pick 20 in the second round. We're going much quicker, which is good. Alright, the next, all of those teams up above are CPU teams. So we are starting to make good progress. Greer is higher rated than Kyler Murray. I don't know what their depth traits are. We'll see. We will go through depth traits after the draft, but we won't do any trades on stream. We can do all the trades we want off it. Will I trade Kyler Murray? I probably will. But I need a lot. I need a king-sized offer for him, or else it's a no. Michael Thomas is a... What are these trades? The Bucks and Falcons are making about 20,000 moves. And I would say, I think all of them are probably favoring the Falcons. Deshaun Jackson and Dale Buchanan. Why would he do that? You're rebuilding? Yeah, but you don't trade Michael Thomas for an old player and a player who isn't that good. That is a GG. For a young player who is really good. D-line. There are some good players on the board. For sure. Wait, what just happened? Michael Wilson is... Michael Wilson? No, that's Westlake. Michael Thomas has been traded to Atlanta for Deshaun Jackson and Dale Buchanan. Total fleece. Fleece, not fleece. He is too thug. Michael Thomas, from what I know, does not seem like a thug, but okay. Did someone get finessed? There was a finesse. Xavier got finessed. Being very nice. Dexter Lawrence. I guess it's good to be nice to AP. I guess it doesn't hurt to be kind. So Dexter Lawrence is a member of the Green Bay Packers. You think it's over? It's not over. My team is good. Is he better than Jared Willis III? I have a feeling he will be. And he's same. Just because he's black, not cool, I'm confuzzled. AP, my man, is stacking his team. You're stacking his team. Okay, so is Xavier giving AP his players? Is that what's happening? If that's the case, the trades will all be forfeited. And all the players traded will become free agents. From both teams. Wrong team. What am I doing? If that is the case, but Xavier says no, and I assume AP has the same answer, so we'll go with it. But this is a really bad trade. But it's A-okay. To the Bucks, who are apparently red for both of them. So Michael Thomas is a Falcon. That Atlanta team is looking kind of filthy. And there is not a user team for a minute. Next user pick. It might be in the 3rd round. And it is in the 3rd round. The Giants will just send their pick. And the Colts are now on the clock. He did DM me what he wanted to do, so that's good. Alright, so I know what to do with these picks. That is stupid. forfeit their picks. I won't forfeit their picks now. I will. Well, AP doesn't have any picks. We will believe them. Hopefully, what's his face? Xavier isn't giving away players. Alright, so we'll go with Marlon Davidson's a good player. I guess we'll go with him. He's only 21. I know it says he's 4th round, but I like him in real life. I think he's a 3rd round prospect, maybe late 2nd. Please tell me if the draft board worked. He is a 69. Oh. Sorry, Eagle. Alright, now our New Orleans Saints are back on the clock here in the 3rd round. I really like our draft so far. Paris Campbell will be an interesting player. Not that I really need him. I just have a gut feeling Shaq Quarterman's a high rating. That's just what my gut's telling me. Am I right? You do have Amos. If Amos goes to the Falcons for nothing, then... Alright, he's only a 72. Darn. The next user team, none of those teams up above are users. Literally no users have 3rd round picks. The Patriots, okay, so all these last 3rd round picks people have. So up to the Steelers, those are all users. So Zach did send me a list of who he wanted. So we'll go to that. Oh, I took a screenshot, that's right. 69 is good, you kiddos will learn. It is good. Alright, so number 2 was Dexter Lawrence, who's gone. 3, Dalton Risner's gone. Paris Campbell's number 5. Last time I checked, he was available. Is he still? He's not. Most of these players are off the board. What position is JoJo McIntosh? I want to say he's a linebacker. Or some sort of defensive player, I think. There's Michael Jackson. JoJo McIntosh is a safety. He's number 13 on his list. And I'm pretty sure he's the only player who is still available who's on his list. Is Chase Winovich available? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so 6th round prospect. Going in round 3. Because that's the only player... Oh, Kerryon Johnson? Okay, we can do that. And Zach has the next pick. What picks do you have? We will check. Trayvon Mullen in the 3rd round? That's good value. You're not trading with the Bucks anymore? You made some good moves with the Bucks. You have a 5 and a 6. Is Easton Stick still on the board? Is he? He is not on the board. Did I just press the wrong button? Where's Cindy at? Cindy's not here at the moment, thank goodness. Okay, I did. And then Zach, you have the next pick, so you can pick another player right now. So you want a tank, which I understand why you're trading good players, but the thing I'm confused about is the players you're getting aren't young and there are no picks. Well, AP doesn't have picks, so he's a bad example. North Dakota State product, my number 8 quarterback on the board in real life, as of right now, according to my big board. So a lot of bad deals may come. You are back. Alright, I don't think any of your picks have actually gone by. We are now in the late 3rd round. Look at quarterback. Alright. There are some okay players on the board. My boy Tyree Jackson. You're going to swap Kid. Who's Kid? We got Mr. Kicked Off His Team, DeAndre Francois. We got a South Dakota State player, that counts, instead of North Dakota State. Taryn Christian, don't really know who that is. Could go with Mr. Mustache. Be writing a whole news story about the Carson Wentz Falcons situation. Very interesting, Mr. AP. So who does Zach want as his potential starting quarterback, because he doesn't have any on his roster? So this could be the starter for the Patriots. Clayton Thorson from Northwestern. So Kerryon Johnson and Clayton Thorson are both now Patriots, and the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. Kerryon Johnson, who is the first 4th round pick? That belongs to the Jaguars. Kerryon Johnson is a 73. Clayton Thorson, I imagine, will be low 70s too. No one has taken Riley Ridley. Is he still on the board? He might be. Clayton Thorson is a 66. Dookie. But we can check if Riley Ridley's on the board. Carolina is on the clock. Deebo Samuel, I know, is still there. Riley Ridley is indeed still on the board here in the late 3rd round. What is Josh Jones Dev? He has normal. Alright, I want to say RMP is still here. Yes, he's last typed 1 minute ago. So, I'd assume he is present. We have gone through the past 2 rounds rather quickly. I want to say we ended round one. Wow. Round 1. Jeez, that took long to say. And around 7:30, 17 minutes later, and we still have a few picks to go. Carolina, Indy, who I know who they want, and then us, and then Washington, who will probably just give them another D tackle. What do the Jags need? Considering they're the Jags, they need anything. Wink, wink. Edwards, alright, so RMP wants TJ Edwards, the linebacker from Wisconsin. The Colts want Andy Isabella from Massachusetts, and then we will be up. Didn't he lead the country in yards? Well, he's about to become a 3rd rounder, but UMass is kind of dookie. Alright, so TJ Edwards is now a member of the Carolina Panthers, improving their defense. And then Colts. Alright, so let's see how good TJ Edwards is. Most of these guys probably won't be above 75. Alright, Rieger is here. You're on the clock soon. You've missed 1 pick, which was a defensive tackle. I took Marlon Davidson for you, and he's surprisingly only a 66. I thought he'd be better. But your next pick is right after this one. Isabella is a 71 for a 7th round pick. Yeah, UTSA had Marcus Davenport, and they were really bad. Can I trade for 1 more pick? Yes, you can. Alright, so who am I going to pick? I know AP wants Riley Ridley. I want some of his value, and Riley Ridley is one of the better players on the board. Welcome to the team, bud. I thought Forson was going to be in the 70s as well. Riley Ridley is a 75. And the Washington Redskins are on the clock for the last 3rd round pick. And then the plan is we will go rapid fire with the rest of these picks. I don't think many of us have too many late round picks. Wide receiver. There's a lot of talent at wide receiver. Hunter Renfrow is 5'10". I didn't realize he was that tall. You sent in a trade request? Alright, let's see here. I assume it's for the Jaguars' 4th round selection? Oh, I have a bunch of DMs. Alright, so let's see this trade offer. 5th round pick, 4th. The next for... Okay, I see. Alright, Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is now a member of the Washington Redskins. And he's going to be a decent rating. So yeah, 75. Looking to trade 2 4s, a 5, and a 6 for a 2nd next year. That's a lot of picks. But at the same time, it's also a 2nd next year, so. Alright, so it's a 5th round pick. I assume that's this year. Yeah, 5th this year and 4th next year. Okay, so it looks like Rieger likes the deal that Roberto's offering. So there you go. 5 and a 4. Give you a 3rd and a 4th next year. And something else for those. So instead of a 2nd, that's interesting value. Who is it? Jaguars. Declined, but it's close. So I assume maybe some random player could do the trick. Probably not one of the 60s, but like DJ Hayden, maybe. Have you missed anything? Not really. Add their next 4th, and put in Brandon Coleman. Okay. Do they have a number 4? They do. Either I think this is going to be accepted, or I think it could be way off. Let's see. He's yellow, so this probably will be accepted. And it's not. It's also not way off. What pick are we at? We are now underway in round 4. I assume that 4 pick 106 maybe turns into a future 5 or 6. Could work. Pick 97 for Coleman and 5th. Alright, so you're trading up about 43 picks and trading Brandon Coleman. Is that the trade? I assume. Yeah, alright. I assume they'll do it. And they did do it. And the Packers are on the clock to start off round number 4. Some decent players on the board for sure. There could be some gems in here. Go to wide receivers. There's a lot of late round talent at wide receiver. There are some good players. Could go with Taylor Sullivan. David Sills, the 5th. So David Sills is headed to Green Bay. I'm pretty curious about what his rating's going to be. Who is the next user team? It looks like New England. And Zach is here, so that's good. He is a 76 in the 4th round. Very good value for the Green Bay Packers. Alright, New England is now on the clock. I don't know how we're going to do these last 4 rounds. Hopefully they go quick. Or else this could go rough. Any of those teams up there, users, yes, the Giants, but they haven't told me anything about their picks. Jalen Hurd, yeah, I was like, why does Flumro think Jalen Hurd is a first-round pick? He's a solid player. He was pretty good for Tennessee and Baylor, but he's not, like, that special. Alright, back to quarterback. It looks like Zach is taking another shot with quarterback. Got some 5th-round players. Shea Patterson, he won the MVP in the Dolphins series, so maybe for the Saints and led them to a Super Bowl. Maybe I should pick him in this series, and maybe he'll lead the Saints to the Super Bowl in this. Is that how logic works? I think that's how logic works. We got 11 likes on the stream. Good stuff. Tyree Jackson. If this was in real life, I think this is very good value. If you watched my big board video yesterday, you know that I really like Tyree Jackson. Let's see in the game, though. Probably better than a 66. Yeah, he's a 71. Not bad. Can we check your outside linebackers? I know you have Dayon Buchanan, because you just traded for him. Anyone else? Telvin Smith. Damian Wilson. I don't want to quit. Actually, that reminds me, we should probably save it again. What will happen to the OFL in Madden 20? I was thinking about it, and depending on how many seasons this goes, what I'm thinking is we continue the OFL on Madden 19 for Madden 20, and then when Madden 21 comes out, maybe we restart there, assuming the OFL is still popping in Madden 21. Alright, I have a gut feeling that Kaleke Hudson has good value. He was one of the players who was scouted, and he looked pretty solid, so I'm going to trust that he is. Who was your 3rd-round pick before Deebo Samuel? It was Marlon Davidson, 74. Good pick. Before Deebo Samuel was Marlon Davidson. What am I thinking for teams for franchise for Madden 20? I'm planning on doing a team in the NFC. Teams I'm considering are Washington, the Giants, maybe the Lions. Probably not, but could be. The 49ers and the Bucks, as of right now. Unless one of us dies, well, hopefully none of us die. That'd be sad. Alright, Washington is back on the clock. They've picked DK Metcalf. Marlon Davidson, I don't know why that took me forever to remember, and Deebo Samuel. Oh, no, Jerry Tillery. No, that was the Colts who got Marlon Davidson. Okay. I'm smart. So, you got a pretty good defensive tackle in Jerry Tillery. Good memory, me. Alright, outside linebacker, you got Mr. Last Chance U, Dakota Allen. Dre Greenlaw, I'm not familiar with him. Drew Tranquil, I know he's a good player. Do the Cardinals? The Cardinals could be a team I look at, but probably not, but I wouldn't totally leave them out. Once the draft is over and I know like which rookies are on which teams, that's when I really start narrowing it down. And also, I will probably announce the teams I'm considering for MLB within the next week, once the World Series ends for Tigers. Oh yeah, potential trade. Rieger did say he wanted to make that move. We haven't skipped any Rams picks yet. I'd assume the next Ram pick is soon. Or not, I don't know. You've done Chargers, Colts, Jaguars, and Bengals. Who should you do? The Jets. Pretty much anyone in the AFC East. Even New England. Because Tom Brady's older. Get Brian Lewerke if he's available. He is available. 7th round. Nationals could be a team I look at. Hopefully Bryce Harper makes his decision within the next week. That'll really determine if Washington is there or not. The Bills could be a possibility for you. Cleveland's fun. Steelers, they are in an interesting situation. Denver. And show the clips of the Mafia. Good idea. Alright, so Brian Lewerke. Is that the pick? Alright, the Patriots and the Bucks and the Colts are all due up. I assume Zach is still here. Xavier, I don't know if he's still here. And then Eagle only told me what to do with his 2nd and 3rd round picks, which, I mean, makes sense. This part of a draft isn't a huge deal. Oh, I forgot to check Lewerke's rating. We can do that now. Caden Smith is a Seahawk. Down to the Jets, Bills, Broncos, and Titans. Alright, Zach is still here. Drafted. He is a 72. For a 7th round prospect, that's not bad. You've got to go. Thanks for watching RMP. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so Zach is indeed still here, so he can make his pick. Rams have back-to-back late 4th round selections. Bunch of running backs. That's bad for you. Patriots have a number of late round picks. Alright, so it looks like that trade will happen involving Roberto and Rieger. Go to right tackle. Tariq Cole from Butgers and Daniel Cooney from San Diego are both projected to get drafted. Here's left tackle. Andre Dillard, he's going to be like a 2nd round pick in real life, not 6th. This guy's name is Papas. I guess he has to be good because of that. Larry Allen III, son of Larry Allen, Hall of Fame guard. Gonna do the least popular team, so probably Titans. Yeah, I don't see many people doing the Titans. And they could use a little bit of a makeover. This dude's last name is Octogonal. That's a cool name. Andre Dillard. Let's see if he's as good in the game as he is in real life. Probably not. Oh no, I just put him on my draft board. I'm smart. Well, I don't need to take him off because he's going to New England. Alright, Xavier, if you are still here, you are... Wrong button. Xavier, if you're still here, you are on the clock. And then after that, we got Colts, and then double Rams, which will be the Redskins. I'm going to say he is a 71. Am I right? 75, okay. Alright, so it doesn't look like... Why'd it go off? Silly me. Because Redskins are making a trade. So, it doesn't look like Xavier's here unless he types something within the next 10 seconds. If that's the case, we will simulate his pick. So, 2nd next year for 2 4s, a 5th, and a 6th. So pretty much all of the Rams selections. I think this is a good value trade for the Rams. And for Washington, they're getting a lot of assets as well. They're trading a very good asset, but they're also getting a lot in return. So the Rams draft is over, bearing a trade. This guy doesn't matter. Where are all of our Fortnite videos? They will be back, don't worry. Alright, so the Bucks isn't here. Colts, he told me what to do for the last 2 rounds. We'll just simulate. Gotta make those Apex videos. If people want to see Apex, I'll do Apex. I've played it a little, and I'm quite dookie. If everyone thought I was bad at Fortnite, Apex is like 10 times worse. Not gonna lie, you're bringing in assets for Murray or Haskins. That makes sense. That's honestly a good idea. Alright, so the Redskins have the next 2 picks, and then that'll be it for users in round 4. Is Kendall Sheffield still available? Let's check. 14 likes for Apex. I want to say we're at 11. Yep, we're still at 11. Alright, 14 likes for Apex. That works. No sign of Kendall Sheffield. When is your next pick? In the 6th round, I want to say. We got Beat It right here, Michael Jackson. You see 13 right now? Okay, so it looks like people do want Apex. Jacoby Brissett is not the quarterback of the future. Jacoby Brissett does do really well in Madden Sim, as seen why he led a team to the Super Bowl, but at the same time, I want to say he only has normal dev. Go to wide receiver. Redskins have already made 2 solid selections at receiver. Will they make a 3rd? Are we at 14 yet? Nope, we're still at 13. Emmanuel Hall in the 5th round. And I guess with his 5th round pick? Okay, so round 5, pick 5. I guess planning ahead. Okay, that works. Daniel Jones is on the block. Interesting. So I guess you're going with Drew Lock, because I'm pretty sure you were going to pick Lock, I want to say. Oh, okay. Silly me. Alright, so you also have the next pick, so double trouble. And then I want to say you have the earliest 5th round pick for all users, so you can make 3 picks now. Yeah, that's my fault. Silly me. Silly me. Alright, so these next few picks will obviously be a big indicator of who won the trade. Well, I guess if the Redskins did well in the trade, really not as much for the Rams, depending on if they can get enough assets for Kyler or Dwayne Haskins. Juan Thornhill. He is still available. He's listed at undrafted, but he's a solid player in real life. I don't think he's going to go undrafted, probably round 3 or 4. I assume he'll be, at worst, 68, 67. Are we at 14 yet? We are not, and I assume I liked it. Yes, I have. When is your next pick? Your next pick is in round 6. Alrighty, so Emmanuel Hall, let's see how good he is. Probably a 72, 73. Okay, it had him going Thornhill first, who's a 65. What's good, Bliss? Welcome to the stream. Alright, yeah, so Hall's still there. So I guess the undrafted projection was right. I don't think he'll be that bad in real life. He's a pretty versatile player, I think. And Emmanuel Hall is a 74. Very solid pick. Alright, so the Redskins are back on the clock. They are the next easier team up. Dan, you won't have the pick till the 6th. Yes, AP did get fleeced today. How many picks I got? I got a bunch of 7s. I don't want all those 7s. I'll just trade all 3 of them for like a 4 next year. Who got the first pick? The Jaguars. And the Jaguars didn't really get better this offseason, because they didn't have a first round pick. So I will take your 3rd next year if you're willing to. Oh, you want those 7s? Alright, we can make an offer. I wouldn't mind a 3rd or a 4 next year. I'd say that's solid value for what I'm looking for. What's good, Hank? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're enjoying the Loyola series for a future 5th. I don't need all these 7s. I might as well just take it. That works with me. It's not great value for me, I don't think, but I just don't need them. Alright, so I assume Rieger is still here for his 5th round selection. 73 to the Ravens. Marquise Copeland. Go 3 safety and see if Marvell Tell is available. He is gone. There's still Sheldrick Redwine. That is a sick name. And Ugo Amandi. That's also a sick name. These are some cool names for these safeties. What draft class am I using? I am using Bengals draft class. I assume many of you know him, the YouTuber who does Madden rebuilds. And Ozark State. Sheldrick Redwine is the coolest name ever. By the way, 13 likes. Zach said 14 for Apex. Gotta go to a red team, yeah. Redskins have red in their name. It only makes sense. Go to running back. Running backs have a ton of trade value in this game. Or at least backups. Well, I wouldn't say a ton, but for a backup player. Got some good college football players in here. Got some really good college ball players in here. Made a whole playlist of Vivis videos. Wow. Miles Haskins. I assume Miles Gaskin. Solid pick. I assume he'll probably be in the 70s. And let's see if he is. 72. Solid pick. Alright, so the Giants over next user team will just simulate. Bucks, I know he's not here, we'll simulate. Round 5, pick 26, which is the Patriots. I know Zach is here, so we can make the pick. Well, that was quick. We went from pick 5 to pick 26. The Redskins have another 5th. What did you miss? You were eating dinner. You have not missed too much. Just going through the 4th and now the 5th round. Got a 99 overall player. Who could that be? Left guard. Damian Prince is the only one projected to get drafted in round 6, so it's not too much of a reach. Here's the rest of the offensive line. You got a guy named Papas, so he's cool. It's a prank. AP didn't fall for it. Garrett Bradbury in round 7 and Alec Eberle. Those are both good value picks. And same with Larry Allen. But yeah, you have been here pretty much the whole day. Damian Prince. Alright, let's see how good he is. Probably not anything too crazy. And the Redskins are back on the clock again, since they have a plethora of late round selections. Which is not bad to have a bunch of late round selections. You could always hit on one. Oh yeah, the Colts. You were here for like 2 hours and then got in a fight. Fun stuffs. No way. 73 Albert Huggins. Out of curiosity, is red wine still available? He's gone, but Ugo Amandi, that's a fun name. Fullback. Winston Dimmel is the only one projected to get picked out of the UTEP, so probably not much of a winner, I guess. Dungy, I assume you mean Eric Dungy, the quarterback. Fun. Ducray, David Ducray. I probably butchered that, from LSU. And now we are in the 6th round. That was quick. We were in the 5th round for probably about 5 minutes, maybe. And the Redskins are back on the clock again. This is also from the Rams trade. This is the last of the 4 picks from LA. Draft Dungy now. Juwan Jennings, 75 in round 6. He was a player we scouted, and he looked really tempting. By the way, AP Dungy is still there. And the Redskins still have plenty more draft picks. They have a late 6 and 2 7s. So Tariq Cole is the first 6th round pick from here. You're an Eric Dungy fanboy? Just out of curiosity, why do you like Eric Dungy so much? And it looks like we're up. Fun stuff. This is our last selection. We gotta make the most of it. And I gotta go for running back because I know this game will go with Jordan Scarlett. Alrighty, and the Packers are next up because the Giants isn't here. Packers have a plethora of late round selections. What is Dillard's overall? He is, I believe he's like, he's in the 70s. I want to say between like 72 and 75. Not sure of the exact number. Go to running back. There's some talent on the board. Can you see your team? Well, I believe you're next up, so we'll show you your team after Colin's selection. Yeah, he has 3 more picks, which he just got from the 2020 OFL Bowl champions. How do I pronounce this dude's name? Kadri? Get that 3rd round boy. Demarie Crockett from Missouri. I assume RMP's not much of a fan of him. We will see. Yeah, I'll show everyone after the draft. We can look at depth traits for some of the higher rated players. Bucks isn't here. Jermichael Hasty. Quadri Olsen. Alright, good to know. Quadri, so it's like a U, but there is no U. Here's a look at the Cardinals, who will not be making the OFL Bowl next year, because Saints are too good. You're trying to watch AAF? Yeah, I think there is another game left. I guess it starts at 8:30, which is soon. Probably more entertaining than the 7th round of the LFL draft, but I guess you can make that judgment. Dangerfield 28-71 on the block. You're desperate for a safety. As I guess he wakes up feeling dangerous like Baker Mayfield does. Only a few holes in that team. The Cardinals have a really young, solid team. And they are definitely my biggest winners of the offseason. Bunch of good trades and good draft picks. Very impressed with what they've done. Obviously, I'm happy with our offseason. We got a Yale Bird and Dakota Dixon, who was scouted. I didn't move Jim. I will move Jimmy Ward. I'll move him. I'm just lazy. Take Dixon. Alright, New England is on the clock. I'm pretty sure Zach is still here. Jamel Dean, 74, round 6. Two weeks ago, we had 3 straight days off from school. And then last week, we had 2 straight. Well, hopefully, we get off this week, because there's a bunch of snow coming. Let me just make sure I did it right. Because I haven't been checking. Yeah, 67. Alright, the next user who is here is New England. New England has multiple 6s. And then I believe Washington also has a 6. And that might be it for the 6th round. I'm not sure. Jake Browning, Kansas City. Very good player for the Huskies. Yeah, you don't get snow in Atlanta. That's tough. Eric Dungy is still available. And I know AP apparently is an Eric Dungy fanboy, even though his 2 teams are both in the ACC. A phenomenal 67 overall. Alright, so Zach, these are not his last picks. He has one more in the 7th. What is a snow? I haven't heard that word in 5 years. Last time I heard that word was about maybe 30 seconds ago when I said it. California is definitely pretty warm. Defensive needs. Don't go by all those season C pluses. That's just Madden being Madden. Did I get your DM? Let me check. Oh yeah, the old DM? Yeah, I got that. I assume I know what you're talking about. So we'll figure that out. Alright, so the Patriots, it says they need linebacker. So it thinks you need linebacker. Let's take a look at the linebackers. Joe Deanan, a Jayhawk, is the 2nd best player on the board. Jordan Jones, he's good. Joe Deanan. And then you have another pick, so you will be right back on the clock. Dang, this stream's gonna last almost 3 hours, it looks like. Alright, yeah, Washington is the last... Oh, no, Arizona has a 6th round pick as well. So, we got a way to go here in round 6. I assume Nick is still here. Will I be in trouble? Well, since you told me, I think I'll let you keep the players you got. So, probably not. Has Dungy been drafted? He has still not been drafted. This is the Patriots draft so far. Andre Dillard is a 75. And Eric Dungy is still there, and AP wants him. He can just smell it. You have nothing to trade. Yeah, you really don't have anything. What happened? There was a trade negotiating issue between two of the coaches, where the rumor is one of the coaches was not handing out players for free, but not really negotiating to make their team better. And AP was on the other side of that, getting the players. And he did tell me, so I'm gonna probably let him keep the players, but we'll figure out the situation within the next couple of days. So, Zach is still on the clock. And then after that is Rieger. I don't know if Rieger's still here. If he's not really missing too much, so. You'll let... I probably won't take picks away, because you didn't really do anything wrong, so I'll probably just let you keep what you have. Fullback. Kendrick Johnson, Jonathan Vickers, Ashley Mobley, Bryce Stanback, and Deshaun Blaylock. Was it the Bucks guy? Maybe. These are some excellent players we got here. Ashley Mobley, why are you playing football? I'm not trying to sound rude. Girls can play football, but they allowed you in the NFL. Good for you. Nick is on the clock. I assume he is still here. Yes, the last time he typed something in was 1 minute ago, so he's definitely here. I don't think Nick has been on the clock in a minute. CC Jefferson just drafted. Oh yeah, he got Dakota Dixon. Silly me. Can you check your O-line? Alright, then it doesn't look like Rieger's here, so we'll probably simulate that pick and enter the 7th round. It looks like of the coaches, we got Nick, Colin, Zach, and AP. Oh no, Rieger is still here. Okay, I see that. My bad. I'm blind. Alright, so Rieger will be able to make his, I think, 2 more picks. Yeah, neither of your offensive lines are very good, and I have a lot of talent on my O-line, talent that I do and don't want. Because I have, like, too much talent. Papas is still on the board. Freaking Papas. The talented O-line Boyd. This guy has to be a 99 at least. Right guard, we got Larry Allen III. Son of Hall of Famer Larry Allen. I think I already mentioned that. Oof. Drew Samia, he's a good player. We'll take Dangerfield. Where's Dangerfield? I remember we were looking at him a second ago. What position is he? Oh no, that's AP. Oh. Oh, I'm blind. Oh, you have a safety. Oh, I'm blind. Larry Allen III is an Arizona Cardinal. Don't know how Daddy thinks about that one. Because I'm pretty sure the good Larry Allen spent most of his time in Dallas. He probably went elsewhere. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so it looks like Washington has 2 more picks. And there are no users between them. Feeling dangerous. With Dangerfield. Larry Allen is a 74. Very good value. AP needs a pick. He's desperate. Is a Gay kicker left? Matt Gay is still on the board. There you go. AP really wants Eric Dungy. I mean, are we turning injuries on? I'll probably have a poll for that. I don't know if anyone wants injuries on. You'll take Matt Gay. Matt Gay is now a Washington Redskin. There are no kickers or punters on the roster, so this is a good pick. AP says he's a 79. Oh no, Yoon. Who's Yoon? One of the other kickers? How good is Gay? He's going to be like a 76, 77, because it is a kicker. 75, close enough. And here we are, the 7th round. This is it for the inaugural OFL draft for Redskins. Are the first user who will be picking. Then we got Green Bay, who's still here. Carolina R&P is not here. Check punter. Alright, so it looks like the Redskins are going to get a new special teams. Eric Dungy is still on the board. AP really wants a 7th round pick. He really does. The Packers are coming up in 2 picks from now. So maybe a trade will be made. And Eric Dungy will probably be the next pick. Could Dungy go undrafted? He could. I think he'll get picked in the 7th round, but he could. AJ Cole. What is his rating? A 69. That is your MVP right there. Falcons sign Eric Dungy if he's not drafted. I'll make sure you get him if he isn't. Do the Bills draft Eric Dungy, yes or no? I don't think they need a backup quarterback. I want to say it's Dak Prescott, and yeah, they go with Jacques Patrick. Alright, Zach says he'll give AP a pick. I don't know when his pick is coming. Green Bay and Washington are due up. Green Bay is on the clock right now. Maybe they'll go with Eric Dungy for the memes. The Packers are on the clock. Could they trade it to Atlanta, or will they be a savage and just snag Eric Dungy? I think Dungy will be selected with this pick. It's just a matter of who. He's looking like a pretty big snack. 6'4", 226. Big boy. There's Kingsley Kiki. That's a fun name. 75 overall, probably 29, 30-year-old defensive end. Could contribute right away as a rotational player. Tyson Aluwalu. Former Jaguar bust. Who's like a top 10 pick, I think. We have a butt in the chat. Butt. Big butt. AP really wants Dungy. I have a feeling he's gonna go soon. What I said? That he's gonna go soon? I'm confuzzled. The impossible happens. Well, considering the amount of trades we've seen, it's really not impossible. Dangerfield. Could Dangerous be headed to the Packers? Or Tyson Aluwalu? Or keeping the pick? Touchdown hotshots. When is your next pick? Let's see. Anthony Barr apparently is a superstar according to the news things. You have picked 218. Check DM and only read last one. Okay. So it looks like Eric Dungy is a member of the Green Bay Packers, according to the DM I've received. So it looks like AP's trade with Zach likely will not matter, as Eric Dungy will become a member of the Packers, bearing a trade. Maybe AP's desperate. He'll throw all his picks in 2024. What is his rating? He is a 71. That's solid value for round 7. And now Washington is back on the clock, because Giants and Panthers are not here. After that, Green Bay has 2 more picks. New England has 1. And I don't know if anyone else has picks. Could Dungy be headed to Atlanta? Well, he doesn't have to. Probably. Okay. So it looks like Dungy likely will be going to Atlanta. 90% chance. Wide receiver. There are some decent players here. DeMarcus Lodge. Solid player from Ole Miss. Hunter Renfrow. The championship hero, Terry Godwin. Jalen Hurd, who Flemlow thinks should be a first-round pick. Stanley Morgan. Alright, yeah, I'll show you your roster at the end of the draft. I'll probably have a roster video on the OFL channel probably in a couple days. Probably tomorrow, actually. We'll see. Nope, that's not what I want to do. So Jalen Hurd is the final Washington Redskin pick bearing a trade. Next user pick is Green Bay. Arizona has the 7th round pick as well. And I'm pretty sure Nick is still here, yes. Tyson is 32. He was just drafted in what, like 2011? I didn't realize he was that old. Yeah, Clayton Thorson is a 66. I think he's talking about making a package for Kyler Murray or Dwayne Haskins. What is Hurd's overall? Let's see. So Zach wants Nick's 7th round pick. Nick doesn't really want the pick. Jalen Hurd is a 69. MVP. And AP wants it as well. So we could see a trade. But for right now, it is the Green Bay Packers on the clock. They have 2 more picks left to go. Tyson Aluwalu, a 75 overall defensive end. That is a fun name. What are the offers? We have a future 7 from the Browns, future 7 from the Jets, future 6 from the Raiders. Take players and picks just for a 7th rounder? Gee whiz. Dangerfield for a 7th round pick. Clayton Thorson, who is a 4th round pick, and a 6th from 2020 for a 7th round pick. So a 2019 4 for a 2019 7. Imagine that. Alright, Raiders 6th. So the Raiders now on the clock. Since they're not a user, they're not special. And it looks like Arizona's on the clock, but that could change shortly with a potential trade. Did it not simulate? Alright, the Cardinals are on the clock. Patriots have a pick coming up. And that might be it. Rams might have a pick. Panthers might. Colts might. But none of them are here, so. Tyson Alualu for any pick. And I assume Dangerfield for any pick as well. 74 overall to the Chiefs. Check CPU offers. You want Mr. Irrelevant? I assume probably Pittsburgh has Mr. Irrelevant. Future 6 from Seattle. Yes, you have like pick 29 in the 7th round or something. Tyson Alualu with CPU. Alright, we can try that. Does Nick want to do this trade? Or a different trade with someone else? Or keep the pick? Tyson Alualu for Mr. Irrelevant. Will it happen, folks? Just gonna make sure I can hear myself, because why not? Okay. I can hear it. Alright, so it looks like Zach has acquired the pick. What is the exact specifics of the deal? Clayton Thorson and a 2026. Alright, so Clayton Thorson's rights are headed. The Cardinals have another 7, by the way. Clayton Thorson's rights are going to Arizona. So Clayton Thorson is the second player whose rights has been traded tonight, with the first one being Daniel Jones going to Arizona. Clayton Thorson will also join him. Yeah, we can do Dangerfield for a CPU 7 too. Alright, I know AP wants Mr. Irrelevant. I guess we can give Rieger the next pick after this one. So who does Zach want? Zach does have another pick coming up, which he did not have to trade to get this one. What are your kickers and punters? You have a punter, but you don't have a kicker. You got Louis Zervos, Justin Yoon, and John Barron. Alright, so the controller died, so I got a new one. No big deal. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, so he's gonna go with Lewis. Is this stuck? This screen is stuck. Perfect. just what we needed at this point in the stream. Luckily, most of what happened is saved. But this is PS4 streaming for you, folks. End the stream and come back. I don't really want to do that because we're already so far ahead. So what we're gonna do, I think probably part of the 7th round won't get saved, but outside of that, I did save it periodically during the stream, so it won't be a big deal. So I guess what we'll do is we'll end the stream, and then I guess if everyone wants to trade down for, like, future 5s or something, and then I guess AP can get Mr. Irrelevant. How many likes are there? We're still at 13. And you said 14. So I guess that'll end the stream for the night. I will redo everything that wasn't saved. If something wasn't saved, I guess we'll probably do it through Discord. I guess that's probably the plan. So thank you everyone for showing up. Almost 3 hours long. Appreciate all the activity, I guess. And for the rest of the picks, we can do it in Discord. So yeah, fun.